Ah, boy. So this young lady knows what it means to persevere and go after your goals and dreams, even when you get knocked down. I'm talking about Monique Gordon, who is a communication specialist and public relations extraordinaire. She's here to share her story. I'm not going to tell you what her story is because it's her story to tell. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to Smile Jamaica.
Thank you for having me.
Public relations extraordinaire. Look at you. How long have you been in that field?
So I've been in the field officially for about 5 years, but I've been in it all my life.
What does that mean?
So communications is something that I'm really passionate about. The idea of having people understand you and to be understood is something that I pride myself on. And so I've loved it all my life. You know, persons in communications, their first thing is you love chat, so you can be a part of something bigger than you.
So you always knew you wanted to do this?
Yes.
And so at 16, when you were dealt a little bit of a blow by life, you decided that, you know, that wasn't going to stop you.
Exactly.
Tell us what happened.
So I was 16 and I found myself pregnant. That wasn't something that, of course, anyone desires, especially someone in high school. You're going to start your CXC subjects and move on to the next phase of your career. But that happened to me, and it's nothing that you wanted, it's nothing that you were happy for. But in that moment, I had many decisions to make, and one of them was to never be a statistic. So I knew that I wanted to be really proud of myself, as well as to make those around me proud. And so I persevered. Of course, it wasn't without its challenges. Before I knew about sending things to emails and backing up on clothes and drives, I would have completed all my SBAs and they were damaged, essentially. All lost, all 10, because I did 10 subjects at the CXC level, and I had to start over from scratch, right? I persevered nonetheless with the support of family and friends, and I got them through. Did the subjects, passed all, went on to sixth form, went on to UWI. After that, I did integrated marketing and communications at UWI, one Caramac.
One Caramac. Sorry. I'm not sorry.
Yes. And, you know, university was another challenge in of itself because I did not have the financial support. I'm from Denham Town. Right, daughter of a single mother, and so university was not necessarily on the table because where are the funds coming from? At the time, Student Loan Bureau needed guarantors as well, and no one wanted to stand in that gap because will you get a job at the end? Will you be able to pay me back? And so it was almost like a gamble, not worth it. But my mother, and I owe everything to her, even though the first part of the journey was a bit rocky because any parent would be disappointed in the efforts they would have made, right? And so the relationship was a bit slowed.
When you got pregnant?
Of course. I remember being put out, right? But that is the bane of the parents and what they have to make that decision in the moment. But
how did you get through that period? You went through the entire fifth form and nobody knew?
No one knew.
Nobody knew?
No one knew. So, you know, like a nightmare that you hope to wake up from, but it's just like a never-ending one. And so I kept it to myself, but you have something they call mother's intuition, and I have it now because I am a mother, so mothers know, right? And so I just pretended like nothing ever happened.
Until you couldn't anymore.
Until I couldn't.
At some point, it ain't gonna be a secret.
Right.
But you had your boy.
Yes.
Tell me about your boy. He's so cute.
Thank you. So his name is King David. Yes, it's hyphenated. Yes.
Love, love, love.
Right. I wanted to be intentional about a name as well because you are what you are. And so I went to the Bible first. I'm a Christian, right? And I said, I want a name that he can live up to. And of course, David, just like myself, wasn't without his challenges, but he remained steadfast. He was always repentant. And his name is actually man after God's own heart. So if my King David can be anything like that, I'd be so grateful.
What are the key takeaways from your journey that you can share with, I mean, right now I'm thinking of a young lady who I met at a UNICEF event who also got pregnant early, went back to the Women's Center, and now her life is just coalescing in the most amazing way.
Wow.
Because she didn't give up, right?
Yes.
So there are a lot of young people who find themselves in your position, a lot of parents who are watching,
Right.
who don't know what to make of the situation. Some put out, some support. What is your word to both sides?
So my word to both sides is just to be a perennial optimist. A lot of times in the very moment we can't decipher what our next move is, but just be steadfast, be determined, and be optimistic, because nothing lasts forever. Every journey, every moment, every mountain you are able to cross with the grace of God. So that is my thing. Also, self-belief. Believe in yourself and know that there's a greater plan for you, and God will always bring you through.
And to parents and support systems?
And to parents and the support systems that be, just continue. Believe in them, encourage them, because we want to not only hear it from ourselves, but we want to hear it from those around us. Yes, we believe that we are strong, we're bright, we're beautiful, but sometimes if we're not hearing that message, it is lost.
Yeah. The bottom line is that it's not desirable for any parent or child, but it really is not the end of the world.
Not at all.
And we have heard so many stories of ladies who have found themselves in that position,
Right.
who have gone on to be not only amazing mothers, but just amazing achievers. And you sit here as one of those people.
Yes.
Now you do what now? Tell us about what you do now.
So I am a public relations officer at the Office of the Governor General.
Boop,
So
boop, 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 boop.
essentially what I do is craft messages for the Governor General. So speeches, messages. I also coordinate social media. I'm a big part of the King's House tours as well. I consider myself as a patriot. So being at that office and seeing the interworkings of not only government but non-governmental, it's really a high point for me.
Do you sometimes pinch yourself and say, who is this girl? Like, where am I now? Look at where I'm coming from.
I definitely do. I always imagined myself to be the greatest or greater than whatever can happen. So I look at it and I just take a deep breath and I say, thank God.
You're not what happened to you, people, is really the moral of this story. You are not what happened to you, and you can use what happened to you to push yourself to where you really ought to
Exactly.
be. Yeah. So what's next for you? Are you sitting in this role a little bit? What is the ultimate dream for
All
you?
right. So my big, hairy, audacious goal is to become a screenwriter. So I love to write and I love movies.
Harris? Delia? Yes.
I love to make people laugh. So it's in the field of comedy, perhaps. That's what I really want to do. So Hollywood, I'm coming.
Look at you. And if she says she's coming, then
I'm
you know.
coming.
Yeah. So great to hear from you this morning. Thank you for sharing your story with us.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. Motivational Friday, let's just call it, because Monique is saying, doesn't matter what it is, whatever the challenge is that knocks you down, once you can look up, you can get up, is the message. Thank you so much, my
You're
love.
welcome.
Please tell King David we said howdy.
Hi, King.
After the break, we're discussing Spotify's new monetization policy and how this will affect musicians. We have that after we take this break. So come.